Did you know the USA has a disease that's quickly spreading? It's called CWD. It's chronic wasting disease, and it affects like deer and moose and even elk. So it's important to know about because it can possibly affect humans. They're not 100% sure that it can affect humans, but it affects primates. So, and we're closely related to the primates. And you need to know what to do if you come into contact with the disease. So, it is important to me because I hunt, and like I said before, it can possibly affect humans. So while you're hunting, and if you see a deer that looks like it's wasting away, or it's acting aggressively towards you, or walking in circles, you need to call the DNR. Do not, shoot it and deal with it on your own. Because they're not sure how it would spread to humans. They do, however, know how it spreads to, other deer, other elk. It spreads by a deer eating, saliva from another deer, or even there was a study done where they took brain parts from an infected deer and they fed it to, like 6 deer, and every single one of those deer were infected with CWD by the end of the study. So, yeah, so it spreads by, the prions. The prions in the brain, I've done, tons of research on it. I've done like 3 different papers on CWD. So it is quickly spreading, and you need to know how it affects the animals, how it spreads, and what you can do to, help prevent it. It starts by attacking the nervous system in the deer, and then it eventually works its way to the brain, where in the brain it takes the cells of the brain and like folds them in half, and that causes the degeneration of the brain, and that's what causes them to walk in circles, act aggressively, and effectively like they waste away. So they do a lot of suffering. As noted by Enger in the article CWD, CWD causes degeneration of the brain, and they will 100% end up passing away. There is no cure for CWD. It can last, the effects of it can start, and you could not even know the deer is infected with CWD, but towards the end, you will know the deer has CWD. There's no, like I said, no cure for it. Lastly, we'll talk about what you as an individual can do to help prevent it. And, if you see a deer acting weird, you need to call the DNR. Don't try getting close to it and helping the deer. So, yeah, don't do that. The deer will most likely be euthanized by the DNR when they come out to, inspect and see what the deer is acting like. So, prepare yourself. So, as noted by William in the 2005 article, chronic wasting disease, eradication is, something that the state and the federal government, they have programs in place that they're trying to get rid of it, but they're thinking they can only get rid of it in farmed animals. So, you go out into the wilderness, you're not going to be able to get rid of it because, there's no cure for it. You can't control what the deer do out in the, in the wild. So, I first described how CWD affects animals and how CWD spreads, and, what you can do as an individual to help prevent it. The disease is quickly spreading, so we want to keep working towards a cure for the disease, or try to get rid of the deer that have it so it does not spread any farther. So, I mean, it would be terrible if the United States were infected by CWD in every single state. Right now it's only in 24 of the 50 states. So, I'm done.
Don't you ask questions?
Not on my video.
Oh.